Today we are going on a massive Sonic 3 merch hunt. So this video was filmed over the course of a couple of weeks and includes footage from 3 different Smiths toys, Game, The Entertainer and various other stores thrown in there as well. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and I hope that you enjoy the video. Alrighty, so we have made it to our first Smiths toys, and as you can see they've got a lot of stock on the shelves, which is really cool to see. I remember, before the second film came out and there wasn't really too much, and it's been really cool to see it grow over the past couple of years and Sonic as a brand become more and more popular. I did, however, somehow manage to completely miss the first wave of the movie 3 figures because they were released about 5 months ago or so and I was just finishing up my degree at that time. But it's all good because now we get to hunt for them on video, and look what we found here. This is the Shadow on the motorcycle, which is quite cool actually. So up here we've got some of the 4-inch figures, which I'll take a better look at in a minute. Here we've got the movie 3 figures. We've got Shadow and we've got Tails, and then here's the rest of the wave 2 back there, which we're looking for all of those. Hopefully we'll be able to find a decent amount of them today as well. What have we got up here then? So we've got the Crab Mech from the film. That's in the smaller scale, which is really cool. Not something that's for me though. Down here we've got a Heavy King, which is quite a cool find actually. I think he came out ages ago, I haven't really kept up with the waves since like wave 8 or 9, like 2 years ago when I was hunting for Shadow, which I did finally end up getting my Shadow. But here you go, here's the back of the box and the rest of the figures in that wave. I believe there might be Neo Metal Sonic in one of these. It could be that one, but I couldn't really tell by the sticker. We got Vector here as well. Vector's a really cool one that I probably might grab at some point as well, because he's such a unique character to be made into a figure, and I'm really glad that Jakks have started creating some of the more obscure or less kind of appreciated Sonic characters that we haven't seen in a while. We got Rouge here as well, and she's one that I might consider picking up. Definitely keeping on theme. We've got some of the 2.5-inch Ivo Robotniks from the third movie there, and I know some of those are quite expensive online at the minute. You've got some of the Sonics there as well, although I'm looking for the 5-inch version. Is really the one that I would like to try and find, as like I said before, I kind of missed out getting him, and I'd prefer to try and find him in a toy hunt than anything else. Here we've got Mecha Sonic, which is another cool one. I don't know if any of these are like rare in the waves that they come from, but I'm definitely just picking out the ones that I think are really cool and ones that I would maybe potentially consider picking up in the future, but maybe not today. I don't think we'll grab any of the 4-inch figures, but this one's cool as well, and I know that a lot of you have probably seen him a lot, but to me this is still one that I would consider picking up, as well as the classic Dr. Eggman is just really cool to me, and yeah, he's definitely a fun one. You got Fang in the set as well. He's right there, and I'm sure some of you will be really excited to try and find him, so there you go. There's a couple of him here, a couple of classic Sonics, classic Metal Sonic as well. We've got Amy. Having a look down here, we've got some of the movie 3 plushies as well, which are really cool to see. So we got Shadow, we got Sonic, Knuckles, Tails. I think they're all here actually. So I wanted to show these off a little bit better. So here's a better look at the Shadow here from the third film. And he looks really cool actually, and they're not too bad for the price of $9.99 each. But personally, they're not really something that I'm going to grab, at least not as of right now. But there was the Shadow. Up here you got Sonic, of course. There you go. So there's Sonic from the third movie. So up here we've got Tails as well. There he is. And then right here, last but not least, we have ourselves Knuckles. So there you go. Those are all of the plushies, I believe, in the movie 3 line. Alright then, so what else do we have here? We've actually got a, I'm guessing this is like a Sonic Mania pack, because it's got Mighty and Ray in it. That's quite cool. I'm just going to give a brief overview of the Mario section here as well, with some of the Mario figures and different plushies and everything here. So for those of you who are interested in collecting these, you can have a look at what they've got here in stock. Although I don't collect any of the Mario figures myself, Mario was always a big part of my childhood, as well as Sonic. And it's nothing against Mario, because like I said, I do like Mario, but I've just always been a much bigger fan of Sonic. Alright, so this is definitely one that I'm going to grab today. This is the movie 3 Shadow figure, and this is the Wave 2 version, and I know that they had one in Wave 1 as well. They're basically the same figure, just got two different facial expressions, so I'm happy with this one. Definitely going to pick this guy up, and it took me actually well over a year to find my game Shadow, so I am glad that I finally got him, but I'm glad to be able to be getting the Movie 3 Shadow as well, so that's cool. I'm hoping we can also find the Wave 1 Movie Sonic 2, because he's probably the main one that I'm after now as well. So I wanted to show these off as well, because I thought they were quite cool. I don't exactly know what they do. I think they're some kind of like stretch figures by the look of things. But it looks like you've got quite a few of them here. So you've got Knuckles, Shadow, Sonic, and then down here you've actually got Tails as well. So yeah, I thought they were really cool. Not something that, once again, that I would grab myself, but I just wanted to show them off because yeah, I thought they were really neat. So there you go. We're in the Lego section now. And I wanted to show this off because, well, I'm a massive fan of Lego, but they also do Lego Sonic sets. I can't remember when exactly these came out, but I remember they had the Ideas set. But as you can see here, we've got all of the January 2025 Sonic sets. So you've got the Bio Lizard here with Super Sonic and Super Shadow, which is one that I'd love to get. It's just quite expensive at £40. But to be honest with you, if I had the spare kind of money, then I probably would be grabbing this one because I love Lego, I love Sonic, and I think it's really, really cool, but I do think it's maybe a bit pricey. You've got Tails' Cyclone here as well, which is really cool. Definitely a nod to Sonic Adventure 2, and you can kind of tell why they're doing that, but that's another one that I'd love to grab once again if I had the money to do so, but maybe in the future. So here we've got the third set that came out in January 2025, and this one's a little bit cheaper than the other two. Down here as well, I believe this set's actually retired. This is the Knuckles mech one, so let me know if that's actually the case or not. While we're here, I wanted to also just give an overview of the Lego section in its entirety because I've loved Lego since I was a kid, and I think Lego is still really, really cool, even though, you know, it's quite expensive, so it's mainly something that I kind of ask for nearer Christmas and birthday time. But yeah, I do love Lego a lot, and it's cool to always see what they have here, especially now that we're just in the new year and you've got a bunch of new sets that have just come out. So like in the Star Wars section, you've got quite a few that I've got my eye on that I would love to pick up, but to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to have the money to do so. They're still cool though, you know, like we got some of the older sets here as well from like last year that I wanted to grab. Some of the new Clone Wars sets that are quite cool. The Arc 170 is definitely one that I'd love to grab. Maybe a bit overpriced though, but understandably so, I think, because it's very popular. Let's have a look what else they've got here as well. Massive ones up the top. Millennium Falcon, stuff like that as well. Definitely cool to see. And then over here, we've got some of the bigger ones, which of course they keep behind the glass display, like Hogwarts and the big Millennium Falcon. And some of the creator sets, the modular buildings there as well, which are really, really cool. So I definitely had to check out the Lego cars as well, because I know these things are super expensive as well, you know, like most Lego is, but I just think it's really awesome. We've got the Ferrari, the McLaren P1 up there as well. Some more like the Mercedes-Benz, the Lamborghini, which is really awesome, some F1 stuff, and then you've got some other things in here as well, like the Home Alone house, and some more like cars up there as well. But to be honest with you, I mean, all of these are great, but just for me personally, I really love the smaller speed champions, so I like that Lego's kind of got something for everybody. And yeah, kind of the past couple of years, the past 2 years really, I've kind of been starting to collect those. And you got some of the botanical stuff over there as well, artwork, and just loads of really cool stuff actually. So I always love checking out the Lego section, even though I probably can't afford most of it. So I've just stopped off to have a look at the games, and I can't believe that they're still selling Sonic Forces. Came out in 2017, so that's nuts. But down here we got Sonic X Shadow Generations, and this is the Day 1 edition, even though the game came out 2 months ago, but that's probably something that I'm going to be grabbing because I love physical copies of games, and I definitely want to grab this one, so yeah, that might be one that we pick up today. And then over here we've got Sonic Origins, which is one that I still haven't played either. And behind here we've got Frontiers, which is definitely a great game. I would say it's worth checking out if you're a Sonic fan and you haven't already. Okay, so we're at our next store now. We are at the Entertainer, and as you can see already, there are a couple of really cool things here, which I will show you in more detail in a second. But before we get to that, which is kind of like, I guess, the elephant in the room, considering we're on the third film now, let's have a look at some of these 2.5-inch figures. These are quite cool. They're not really something that I collect. I quite like the Badniks though. The Badniks are really cool. But look at this. Sonic Movie 2 figures, not even just, they're the Wave 1 figures as well. So this is either Robotnik, or just Robotnik as he was at the time. So as you can see by the back of the packaging, it's Wave 1. I don't know why this one's kind of been taped up and kind of destroyed a little bit, but that's a really cool one to find. We've got the Wave 1 Tails here as well. Let me just grab him. So this is one that I do actually have. I managed to pick him up 2 years ago when the second film came out, and I'm glad that I did because he's really cool. So I've just moved some stuff out of the way here so that we can get a bit of a better view of what's actually in stock. So just moving the stuff to the back, I'll move this Metal Sonic out of the way quick. We've got a couple of the Wave 2 Tailses here as well. We've got another Wave 1 Robotnik, which is really crazy. I can't believe that we've actually gone and found these because, well, these are really rare considering that the third film is now out. And yeah, I might consider grabbing the Robotnik. You know, if there wasn't the 5-inch version out, then I would have grabbed this in a heartbeat. But I want to consider it because I would prefer the 5-inch version. There's a couple of other things here, like we've got Cream in the back there. I don't know when she came out or how rare she is, but we've got her there as well. And yeah, this is definitely the highlight of this store. This is actually absolutely mental. I can't believe it. So we're now in Tesco, but this is technically like the entertainer section. I don't know when this happened, but there's now like entertainer toy sections in Tesco, which is quite cool. Blaze is actually quite a cool find as well. She's one that I would consider getting because the Sonic Rush games on the DS, Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure, were two that I played the absolute bejeebers out of as a kid. So Blaze is quite a cool character to me. And I'm just going to have a look to see if there's anything else in the back here as well. And oh, look, I think that's actually... No way. We've actually just found Neo Metal Sonic. I'm going to have to grab this guy out and give a better look because he is awesome. So here he is. The main man himself, Neo Metal Sonic. So once again, I have no idea on the rarity of some of these figures anymore. But this guy looks absolutely awesome and one that I would definitely consider grabbing for sure. I've had a look around as well, and there's not much else here. There's a Knuckles there, and there's some classic Sonics and a modern Sonic, but that's about it other than this guy. So on the way to the next Smiths, I just stopped off at Game, and I was actually able to find some really cool Sonic sets that we didn't see in Smiths. So you got this one here, which is Knuckles and the Master Emerald Shrine, which is one that I would definitely love to grab, to be honest with you. I know that to get the actual Master Emerald itself, you have to buy the Knuckles mech. To be honest, I don't mind that because I think they're both really cool sets, but I do understand why that, you know, people might not be too happy about that one. But there's some other cool Lego stuff here as well, mostly Star Wars and bits like that, and Star Wars is really cool, definitely a massive Star Wars fan. And yeah, I'm definitely glad we decided to have a look. Alright, so here we are, we're at Smith's number 2, and as you can see, they've also got quite a lot of stock here. It's definitely a different layout than the first one that we had a look at. Things are kind of all over the place, to be honest, a little bit. You've got some figures up there, some of the RC stuff, some of the play sets, which are quite cool. Yeah, I mean, as a majority, it seems to be mainly the same stuff. I'm just going to have a look here real quick and see if there's anything other than Shadow or the Tails that we need. I don't think so. So that's Shadow as well. Shadow. They're all Shadow or Tails, which is unfortunate. I mean, they're really, really cool figures, don't get me wrong. But of course, we just picked up the Shadow earlier, and we're looking for the Super Sonic or the Knuckles or the Wave 1 Sonic or just basically anything else. Or even the Wave 1 Tails, to be honest, would be really cool. Got some of the Prime figures here as well, which I've seen the show. The show's really good, but I personally aren't really interested in collecting any of those, unfortunately. But yeah, it seems to be that they're all the Chow Mascot Tails or the or Shadow, which once again, like I said, they're really cool, but not really anything that we need here, unfortunately. I'm just going to have a brief look through the 4-inch figures here as well. So we got Amy, we got Fang, got Amy again, Fang again, Vector here of course, which is quite cool. We got another Rouge. Rouge would be a cool one to grab, especially right now considering, like, you know, the third movie's based on Sonic Adventure 2 and stuff like that. And also I did want to grab Rouge all the way back when Wave 8 first released, but I never got round to it, and I probably won't grab her for now either, but they've got a couple here, so I can come back if I change my mind, which is always good. But Vector and Rouge would be massive pickups, definitely really cool ones to grab. Other than that though, it seems to be like it's mainly the same stock here, which isn't a bad thing, I mean, I think at the minute there's so many cool figures out. You got the Mecha Sonic, of course, and didn't mean to drop Vector. Sorry there, buddy. while we're here as well, I might as well have a look up in this section too, see if there's anything else. Definitely want to grab this Vector at some point. He keeps staring me in the face, so maybe at some point we might have to. But let's just have a look in the back and see if there's anything else over these sections that I might be able to find and show off. We've got some of the Prime figures once again, as I have shown off before. And it seems to be, we've got Fang. Oh, we got the Eggman in there too. So yeah, quite a few cool ones. But probably not anything I'm going to grab from this store, to be honest. So we're stopped off in Tesco's and I've just found some more Sonic merch that's quite cool. I have no idea what this is, but I mean it looks pretty cool. Seems to be some like kind of fight thing. But down here we've got some classic Sonics, and let's see if we've got anything else here. Classic Sonic. I think that's all that's here. But that's still really cool to find. And this is the wave that has Neo Metal Sonic as well, so it'd be really cool to find him again, to be honest with you, because I didn't end up grabbing him before. So just stopped off in B&M and I found a singular 4-inch Sonic figure, but this guy has been pretty battered, to be honest. It looks like he's been through the walls, to be honest. So he's all taped up and everything, so I just thought I'd document that because I thought it was funny. So here in the UK, we've now got Toys R Us started popping back up again in WH Smith stores. So I've just stopped up here and I was able to find this Lego Sonic set here. And I think this one might be one of the earlier ones that is probably more than likely definitely retired by now. Let me know if that isn't the case, but I think it could be. And yeah, I just wanted to document this because I thought it was a really cool find. So we've just stopped off at an entertainer store here on the way to the next Smith's location, and I'm definitely going to have to mute the background audio because there is a really loud song that I definitely don't want to get copyright claimed for. But yeah, let's just have a look at the Sonic figures and see what they have here. So right off the bat, I've seen this buildable figure, which is quite cool. Up here as well, you've got some Sonic Prime figures that I don't think we've seen some of the smaller ones out and about before, so these are quite cool. Not something that I would personally collect. I do love the Sonic Prime show, but I'm not really too bothered about the figures, to be honest. We've got whatever this is, I don't really know, to be honest. A few other things here. We've got some 2.5-inch figures, like we got Eggman, we got a Chow. Chow's quite cool. We got Buzz Bomber. So I really do like the Badniks. The Badniks are probably my favourite of the smaller figures that I quite like. So Silver, Mecha Sonic. It's quite cool actually because in the Entertainer, it seems to be that you find more of these figures, and you don't really find the 2.5-inch game figures in Smiths that much, or at least I haven't yet. But we got Rouge here as well, which is quite cool. What we got up here? So we got the 4-inch figures, we got Knuckles, we've got, let me see here, we got Vector, we've got Cream the Rabbit, we've got Metal Sonic, we got Silver there as well. What else is here? Hopefully something cool. I'm kind of looking for that Neo Metal Sonic as well, because we found him before, and I kind of wish I grabbed him, but to be fair, you know, it wasn't really smart financially at the time to do so, but I'm, you know, kind of trying to hunt him down again. That would be really cool. What else have we got here? It's not really too much that I guess we haven't seen before. Up here as well, you've got like a kind of separate shelf for the main 5-inch Sonic Prime figures, and I'll have a brief look, even though I don't collect these personally. You've got Amy there, or Thorn Rose, which is quite cool, to be honest. I quite like the design of this character, so that's a cool one to pick out. And then you've got a Knuckles behind as well, which I also thought was pretty cool. And then you've got some of the Eggman guys in the front too. So we're at our third Smiths now, which for you guys will be no time at all, but for me, this has been at least a week or so from getting to this location. So let's see what we've got here, and I really do quite like the way that all of the different Smiths are stocked. It's quite actually interesting to see how they all do it, and it's like, I guess it gives each of them like a unique identity maybe, so that's cool. And they've got all of the plushies hanging up actually, which I don't think we've seen at some of the other stores. That 5-pack again here, just having a look through the 5-inch movie 3 figures as well, see if we can find something else. Don't think there is going to be anything though, which is so unfortunate. We just got the Jow mascot Tails and Shadow, which, you know, as I've kind of said when we were looking before, these are really cool figures, and I did manage to pick up the Shadow like a while ago in the other Smiths, but we're still on the hunt for more of the movie 3 figures. We've got Rouge here, which is, she's still on sale, maybe one that I might pick up, I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, to be fair, actually I think I've said that a couple of times when I've been out hunting as well. But I think, I mean, maybe because I keep umming and ahhing is the reason why I'm not grabbing it. And also, you know, money's a thing and living's a thing, so that's kind of got to come first. But maybe I'll grab her in future. I think I probably will end up doing that. Probably not today though, to be honest with you. But yeah, they definitely got a lot of cool stuff here. And even though it seems to be similar to what we've found on our travels before, but that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter. But hopefully we can hit a restock or something soon so that we can find some more figures and everything, because that would be awesome. And hopefully by the next time I do a video, that will be the case. So you guys know me, of course I had to come and stop off at the Lego section. So they've got some more of the Lego Sonic sets here, just like we've seen before at previous locations. I don't think there's anything new that we haven't shown off before, but there's definitely some cool ones here. And of course you've got that Bio Lizard, which I keep eyeing up and would really, really love to grab at some point. So I think I'm going to try and save up for that one. I think that'll be generally a really, really cool one to pick up. And maybe like some of the other ones if I can afford it as well. But we'll see. It's definitely really cool to come and have a look at the Lego though. I've always enjoyed doing this. I don't think I've ever stopped enjoying looking at Lego, because, you know, even just looking is fun for me. So I'm glad I decided to pick up this game from the other Smiths we went to. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but yeah, I'm definitely glad that we picked it up. Although, to be fair, we probably didn't need to, because they've got so many copies of it here. So at least that's fun to know, I guess. But that's where we're going to end off the toy hunt for today, so thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon for the next one, so stay tuned for that.